Hey guys, what's up? What I've got here is a number of matches between Predator and Del Piero versus Necromancer and Erdem on Backland, of course, 2 versus 2. And they did play 7 games. I'm not sure what was the score in the end, but we are going to watch the games right now. What I'm going to do is show you 3 of the games on one video and the rest of the 3 on another video. Remember, 7 games in total. We are missing 1 replay. In that replay, Necromancer and Erdem had won. So let's assume that this was the first game and it's 1-0 for Erdem and Necromancer right now, and we're going to start with the rest of the videos. Like I told you, 3 on this one and another 3 on the next video, and let's start right away. I would also like to tell you that perhaps the number of the games has been switched, so perhaps we are not going to watch them as they were played. Have decided to switch the order of some of the games in order for better viewing. Not great switches though, but anyway, we are going to watch the first game right now. We've got Predator here. He is Isengard. He's starting with 1 barrack and 1 work pit, and his teammate is Del Piero. He's playing with Mordor, 1 farm and 1 barrack for Mr. Del Piero. As their opponents, we've got Erdem. He is dwarves and he's starting with 2 battle wagons, very aggressive play, and his teammate Necromancer is also dwarves as well. He's starting with Glorin and some infantry, and of course he has sent a builder to make a forward mine. So no archers for the time being. I think Del Piero will have an easy job destroying some of those fortresses. Perhaps, but I suspect that depending on how those guys, Necromancer and Erdem, how aggressively they will play, I suspect that another fortress will go down as well. Just remember, we are missing 1 replay, so let's assume that Necromancer and Erdem are leading with 1-0 for the time being. And here we've got Del Piero with his Felbeast. I think Del Piero will target some of those builders first in order to assure that not many of farms will be around the map, which will allow those guys to play more aggressively. But as you can see here, Necromancer has already made an archery range and he is producing his first rangers. In the meantime, Erdem is attacking with 2 of his battle wagons. Del Piero has made a Haradrim Palace and he is producing some spearmen. I'm not sure if he's going to manage to cause to kill those 2 wagons, and in the meantime Del Piero is not attacking Erdem's base, but I think he has already killed both of his builders. No, his second one is going down right now, and in the meantime his fortress is in a lot of trouble. Erdem has just lost one wagon, but his second one is still fighting and 2 more are coming, and let's see how Predator is doing. He managed to push back Necromancer and destroy those 2 farms that he had built near his fortress, so Predator is doing nice for the time being, and in the meantime Del Piero has managed to destroy that second battle wagon and saving his fort at the very last minute. And in the meantime his Felbeast is attacking Erdem's base. Those guys have used 1 rebuild so far, and Necromancer doesn't have another rebuild since he has chosen heal for his glowing perhaps in order to save him from Lerch. So Erdem is in a lot of trouble and I don't think he has another builder. No, he has one, and let's see what he's making. He's making a barrack, but Del Piero will have no trouble destroying that barrack right here. So I think Erdem is out of the game. He doesn't have much time left, so I think he's going to try to attack with his 2 wagons. Del Piero's fortress doesn't have a lot of health, so let's see how this will go. Yeah, here goes Del Piero's fortress, and I'm not sure. I think Del Piero has another builder somewhere around here. Yeah, here he is. But remember, this is the last building of Del Piero. He needs to build something very fast, and here comes his Orc Pit. Wow, amazing game, and I think Erdem will be out of the game right now. No, he's making another barrack. I'm not sure if Del Piero will manage to save his last building. No, I think Del Piero will be out of the game first. Let's see how this goes. In the meantime, Del Piero is fighting his Erdem's barrack, and I think he will destroy it first. Let's see. Yeah, Erdem has been defeated first. Wow, amazing game, and I'm not exactly sure where is Del Piero's last barrack. Oh, here, excuse me. He has another barrack, of course. Very nice play by Del Piero. He had both his builders alive, so he had another barrack being built on the right side of his fortress. Excuse me, on the left side of his fortress. Amazing game. So Erdem is out of the game, and in the meantime, Necromancer was already having trouble with Predator, and I think this game is over, but we did see an amazing fight. Remember, yeah, here Necromancer decides to quit the game and of course start another. Remember, it's just a matter of time before he loses the game, so why waste the time? Amazing fight, just 5 maybe 6 minutes, how long was it? But it was very close. Remember, if Erdem had spotted Del Piero's builders and he had killed them, perhaps he was going to take him out of the game first, and after that both the players could attack Predator and of course change the direction of this game. Amazing fight. We did see a very good fight for the first one, and I'm going to show you right away the second game. So it's 1-1 right now, 1-0, one win for each of the teams, and we're going to watch the third game. Remember, we are missing one replay, and yeah, let's just go to the second game. Like I told you, the order will not be I'm supposed to show you the game number 2 right now, but I'm going to show you game number 6 instead. I have been told that this will be better to show this way, since not all games were as good and didn't last as long. And let's see, this time Predator is Mordor and Del Piero is Dwarves. Erdem is Isengard. He's starting with 2 Warg Pits, very aggressive start, and Necromancer is Isengard as well. So those guys are going to have a very big trouble facing Predator's Fellbeast. Remember, Isengard is probably the worst army to play against Mordor, since Fellbeast can destroy most of your buildings, most of your farms very fast with only one hit. Also, you cannot hide your builders. And besides that, Del Piero is also playing very aggressively. This is the tactic that I have mentioned many times in 2 vs 2. You just push both your builders up front and are building 2 barracks in front of your opponent's fort. Of course, your Glowing will come along and start attacking right away. And as you can see, Del Piero very wisely is building some spearmen for start, since Erdem is playing with Warg Riders. And I think, yeah, Predator's Fellbeast is coming to attack Erdem as well. Erdem very wisely is sending one of his builders to his teammate's base in order to ensure that he will not be out of the game if he loses his fortress and his barracks. Ouch. No, at the very last minute, Erdem is saving some of his cavalry. I was going to say ouch because those Warg Riders were moving straight into Del Piero's spearmen, and of course Erdem here will lose his fortress. He's not fighting for his fortress, but he is playing very smart. He's attacking with his 2 Warg Riders. I think he needs to attack Del Piero's base right away, and perhaps use his War Chant as well if he hasn't used the bats. No, he has used the bats. He needs to attack Del Piero's fortress right away, of course using his Warg Riders the whole, and as you can see, his fortress is already down. If you are starting with cavalry, if you are starting with cavalry and you are up against dwarves and Mordor, you will most certainly lose your fortress. But let's see here, Necromancer has made a nice move and is attacking Predator's base. I think he will definitely take down Predator's fortress, since he has one unit of War Grinders hitting his fortress, but also Lerch, who was level 3 and he was using Carnage. And in the meantime, Erdem is attacking Del Piero's base, so this good start that those guys had, Del Piero and Predator, is turning into a nightmare since Predator is out of the game. Very nice play by Necromancer. He rushed Predator, and of course it's very hard to defend against cavalry. If you are Mordor, your spearmen will come too late, and of course Lerch was there as well to help attack Predator's fortress. I was surprised that Predator hadn't sent... I think Predator had sent one of his builders near Del Piero's base, but this is what Erdem was thinking about when he attacked that builder that he saw. I was going to say to you guys that he needs to attack Del Piero's fortress, but instead he chose to attack Predator's farm and kill his builder simply because he saw that Necromancer was attacking successfully Predator's base, so he knew that Predator would lose his fortress and killing his builder was a top priority. So excellent play by Mr. Erdem here, but in the meantime Del Piero is putting up a nice last fight with his Glon. He managed to take down Necromancer's fort. Of course he's going to lose his own fort, but it doesn't matter here. It was just to show that if Del Piero and Predator lose the game, they will lose it hard. Yeah, I think this game is definitely over. We've got Del Piero, who has still 2 barracks and he's trying to play with a forge work and of course some battle wagons to cover more ground faster and kill some builders faster. But I think this game is already over since Erdem and Necromancer still have some builders left and are spamming barracks all around the map. I think Erdem only has 1 builder right now, so perhaps if Predator and Del Piero had cooperated better with each other and had focused on killing Erdem's builders before attacking his fortress. Of course Del Piero cannot do that with dwarves, but perhaps Predator should be more concentrated on hunting down Erdem's builders. Perhaps if he would make a run from Necromancer's fort first in order to ensure that Erdem didn't have any builders there, perhaps there he could have spotted Erdem's last builder and kill him, and of course when Del Piero would destroy his fortress and his last buildings, then perhaps they would have taken him out of the game and we would be watching a totally different match. But this is what I was telling you about when you are watching a high level game, because this is a high level game. Those guys are probably the most experienced players in 2 versus 2. Very little teams can show us better results here, but what I'm talking to you about is that all games so far have been in the edge of the razor. It's very close to who is going to win. One small mistake, one small not concentrated moment, and this might cost you the game. Here Necromancer and Erdem did everything right and of course won the game fairly. So let's just skip this game and move to the next one. We are 2-1 in wins right now, 2 for Necromancer and Erdem and 1 for Predator and Del Piero. Okay, and here is the third game. We are 2-1 in wins right now for Necromancer and Erdem. 2 for them, 1 for Del Piero and Predator, and this is actually the fourth game. So, but it is the third one I am showing to you. This time Predator is Mordor again, and this time Del Piero is Goblins. Of course, a very nice start regarding their teams, their armies. But Erdem here is Elves, and Necromancer is Elves again. So the fact that Predator is Mordor is bad if your opponents are two Elves, but the fact that Del Piero is Goblins is good, since both his opponents are Elves. So perhaps this is a balanced game. Of course, it will matter a lot how Necromancer and Erdem will play. I think perhaps they might need to attack both Del Piero, who is Goblins, and perhaps destroy his Spider Pit as fast as they can. Del Piero here is playing with Spiderlings. Of course, he needs to spam lots of Goblins in order to attack Erdem's Legolas. And very wisely, Predator is starting with Mouth of Sauron and Nazgul. He's making 3 heroes actually, 2 Nazguls and his Mouth of Sauron. And here Del Piero is doing a very nice job on attacking and holding back Erdem's Legolas. This is why I was telling you that Goblins are ultra strong against Elves, since they have very cheap units, and of course very lot of them, many of them, look at all those units by Goblins. Legolas have to shoot each one of them to kill them, so those are a lot of shots, and of course it takes a long time to kill. And in the meantime they are doing excellent damage, especially against heroes with their poisoned blades. In the meantime, Predator is having his base harassed by Necromancer. Of course, if you are Elves and your opponent is Mordor, you must constantly send units to destroy his buildings. Lorien Swordmen are doing excellent job against structures. And when your opponent doesn't have good archers to defend his base, you are probably going to take a lot of his farms down. Of course, Predator here has 3 mounted heroes, so perhaps this will help him a bit. I suspect we are going to see a huge fight here, since, like I told you from the beginning, we've got pretty balanced armies.
Lorien archers, ready for battle.
And of course, Erdem needs to make some archers to defend his Legolas against the Goblin spam. But after a while, I think Del Piero is going to upgrade his Spider Pit. Yeah, as you can see, he is upgrading it right now. So he will produce some Spider Riders, and after that, it's pretty hard to defend against Goblins, since he can send Goblin Warriors against Legolas, and of course use his Spider Riders against Erdem's archers. So Erdem will need, besides his archers, he will also need some spearmen, which you can see he has already made. But he will definitely need a mixed army of spearmen and archers, which of course then Del Piero can use his goblins to attack those spearmen. But let's see right here, as you can see, Predator is having great trouble in his base. He only has 1 barrack and 1 farm. Of course, He has made another farm and a lumber mill near his teammate's base, where he knows it will be safer there to build. And look at all those goblin warriors by Del Piero. I think he's gathering them, and perhaps he will try to make a forward mine and attack Erdem's base. And Erdem here is trying to destroy Del Piero's spider pit with his spearmen, and of course he will succeed, but in the meantime Del Piero has already finished his farm, and Erdem's base is unprotected. And look at this, his next unit coming from his barracks is spearmen, no archers, so I think he will have great trouble defending his base. And Del Piero here is signaling to his teammate Predator. I think he wants to use his Eye of Sauron in order to give leadership to his goblin warriors. No, he's using the Tainted Land, and yeah, definitely Erdem's fortress is going down with that amount of force. Great play by Del Piero, amazing move, strategic move. He saw that Erdem was pushing and Erdem is out of the game. Wow, amazing fight. And again, congratulations to Del Piero for this excellent play and excellent move. He saw that Erdem was pushing him with his entire army, 2 spearmen and 1 unit of archers, so he thought my base can withstand such an attack, so why not use my units for attacking and not defending. And he used them excellent. He brought his builder, and of course when his opponents are 2 elves, they cannot see this part of the map if they don't have a farm there. And he managed to make this farm, uploaded all his goblin warriors, and of course took them out of the game. Again, excellent play by Del Piero. And right now it doesn't matter what Necromancer will do, it's only a matter of time before he will lose his base as well. It's hard to play 2 versus 1, but when you are elves and one of your opponents is goblins, it's even harder. And here again Del Piero is making a nice move to Necromancer's fort, and of course he's taking it down. And again Necromancer is deleting his buildings and game is over. So amazing move here by Del Piero, I will say it once again. Very nice play. Remember, goblins have the ability to transfer units through their farms. People don't use it much since goblins are fast, but look at how good you can use this ability to counter-attack your opponent. And what I was amazed was the choice that Del Piero made there, not to defend but use his units to attack. I would have taken all those goblins out of my farm and used them for defending, which of course would help me to sustain my 2 barracks and those farms that Erdem did destroy there. But here Del Piero sacrificed those buildings, and with that sacrifice he managed to take one of his opponents out of the game and of course win the game itself. Amazing play, congratulations to Del Piero. And yeah, that's about it guys. 3 games that we have watched, and remember another one that we don't have the replay, so it's 4 games in total, and we've got 2 wins for each of the teams. Amazing fight, and we've got 3 more games left. I'm going to show you those games to the next video. I'm going to name this part 1, and I'm going to name the next one part 2, and I think we're going to see some more interesting games. Amazing level for these guys, and we are watching, I think, one of the best fights in 2 versus 2 that I have ever uploaded. And yeah, that's about it guys. I'll just start recording the rest of the games right now and maybe upload them in a couple of days. So yeah, thanks for watching.